Lovely.
Hello and welcome to Paropod, episode 157. I believe. According to our estimations.
Yeah, it's hard to remember what number we're on.
It's very imprecise at this stage. Welcome to the Paropod. You're back with your hosts, Mark and Owen.
Yo.
We're here again. Up to our old tricks, our same old
Shenanigans.
dastardly shenanigans. This episode, a recommended film is a little French movie called Nocturama, which is from 2016. It's directed by a guy called Bertrand Bonnet.
It's a very French name.
It's about some young folks, tired of the society they're living in, plan a bomb attack over Paris.
It's 156.
Is it?
It's 156. Right.
Okay, well.
Start that again.
Oh, fuck it. Episode 156 of the Paropod. Welcome. You're here with your host, Mark and Owen. We're back to it again. Our dastardly shenanigans. We are... Oh, shit. What's happening?
The computer shut the bed. Oh.
Wait, the computer is shutting down.
We're okay. I think it's
Is it still rolling?
Yeah, no, we're still recording.
Are we still live?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Nocturama.
We're back again for the third time. Episode 156 of the Paropod. You're here with your host, Mark and Owen. Up to our same old dastardly shenanigans. And yeah, it's episode 156 for sure. We're going to talk about a film called Nocturama today, which is a French movie from 2016, directed by a guy called Bertrand Bonnet. And yeah, short synopsis of the movie about to follow in 3, 2, 1. Some young folks, tired of the society they're living in, plan a bomb attack over Paris before taking shelter for a night in a shopping centre.
Get in line.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. That sure happens every few weeks, isn't it? There we go. My hands are a bit sweaty, so that's going to...
That's your good. That was a very stressful opening.
Yeah, it was. A bit of a... You'd think we would have had this down after 156 episodes.
I don't know what it is. Why it's so hard to remember what fucking episode they're on.
Because it's a very high number. I can't even count that high.
Have you ever owned 157, 56 things of things?
No, never.
Never.
Yeah,
Not
cells, my body, maybe. That's
At
about
one
it.
stage, maybe.
Yeah.
Losing them quickly.
Yeah, do I even own them, really? It's not a communal thing.
Yeah. How have you been, Mark?
Good. I've been enjoying the amazing weather we've been having.
It's been hot.
It's been scorching. It's been tropical. And I was enjoying that. Got a nice little bit of a tan going as well.
I'm seeing those leg tan, bro.
Oh man, you see my tan line here?
Oh shit, yeah.
This is crazy. My legs tan like a fucking, like I'm,
something.
Yeah, I tan really well. Yeah, it's genetic. My dad actually tans amazingly well. But the rest of the family are quite pale. So my face won't tan either. Like my face took the pale genetics, and the rest of my body took quite a kind of takes on a swarthy complexion in,
Very
in
nice.
the summertime.
That's it. I've never heard that word before.
But yeah, it's lovely weather. I got an ice cream at the weekend.
Best
lovely.
ice cream ever.
Best ice cream ever. Had a little picnic down the seafront. Strawberries, blueberries.
That's the shit.
They were all rotten. I got them in Centra. Big mistake.
Oh yeah.
I got them a day before. 24 hours later, not 24 hours later, they were like pretty much all soft. Sour and ridden with maggots and stuff like that.
Do you know what sucks? I got fruit from Lidl because I did the same thing on Saturday. Went
Fruit's
to
a
the beach.
load of pox.
And it's like the pre-packed fruit in the tubs. Nasty.
What do you mean pre-packed fruit in the tubs?
I don't know what I mean by that. What do I mean by that? I mean like cut up fruit that's put into like a little tub, and like you just buy the tub. But this had pineapple, mango, and something else in it, and they all tasted the same.
Yeah, that's not good.
They all tasted the same.
That's not good.
And like vaguely sour.
Yeah. Well, what was the sell by day?
Like a week later or something like that.
A week later.
Yeah. It can be like a week later. There's no way fruit can last that long. But
yeah, a few days.
Like a couple of days. But it was in days. But like just nasty, just bad.
Yeah.
It's not good.
That's not on.
No.
That's not on. I had that issue. I buy a lot of fruit. Well, not I buy a lot of bananas. I'll have at least 1 or 2 bananas a day. I like watermelon as well.
Watermelon is peak.
Buy a lot of watermelon.
Yeah.
Down at Tesco. I buy it in the most inefficient way possible. I buy them in those little containers rather than just buying an actual watermelon.
What's your favorite fruit?
My favorite fruit, probably watermelon.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Same. Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I like a banana now. I like it. I love it. I love a nice crisp red apple, but they're very expensive.
And this might be controversial. Fucking hate apples.
What?
I hate them. They're the one fruit I don't like. That and pears because they're basically the same thing.
Man, no. Hold on a minute. Pears and apples aren't remotely similar.
Basically the
They're
same thing.
not.
It's the same like
You know
weird
this.
ass texture.
You know what this tells me? It tells me that you've never had an actual apple. Because
No,
I know the apples you're talking about. You know the red lady oaks that you get, and they're like this pale, kind of sickly red, and they're
I'm
about
talking
this.
about green. I'm talking about green
You're
apples.
talking about green apples.
Green apples, red apples.
I'm
any
talking
apple.
about a strong, stiff, erect apple. You know, like
Keep going.
with like this, you know, like skin that couldn't be punctured by a bullet, like
yeah,
a strong,
I hate
stiff.
them.
No, but it's like the size of 2 fists. It's like a massive apple.
Where the fuck are you getting these apples?
I used to get them at work. And they were these red, and they were like a golden, like kind of Red Riding Hood red, you know the ones you give to the Wicked Witch,
Yeah.
like that kind of red, and you could bite into them, and it was like biting into, I don't even know, it's like biting into a really crisp apple, and and it was just, you're in Flavor Town.
Oh,
And the texture was great.
I think it's a texture.
It's all about texture, because you get those shit little apples, and it just, I know what you mean. It tastes like baby food or something.
It's just like I bite into them, like I hate this. I hate this texture.
Yeah.
And like a lot of times when I get like nearly every time I get an apple, I'm like, why this skin is like eating plastic
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah, I get you. That's where you peel the apple.
I can be arsed with
Yeah, there's no use actually doing that. I like cutting up an apple though, like a baby.
that.
Pears though, fucking hate pears. Because
I
pears,
don't think about you ever eating a pear,
pears are rotten. You don't want to eat them because they're just like those shit apples. But like that's as good as it gets.
but in a
You-
weird shape.
You don't, yeah, in a bizarre shape. No need for it to be that
No,
shape.
notions.
Yeah, it just wants to be better than everything else. But yeah, pears are shy. Oranges are good as well, though. I feel like,
Oranges are banging when they're the little ones.
yeah, mandarins, they're great.
Yeah.
Actual oranges are too big.
Yeah, they are. They're shy.
I find they're too big.
But I would never eat like a full orange. I would eat like 15 mandarins and no bother.
Yeah,
Just down them. They're fucking great.
One go, yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Because that's the thing. That's the danger with oranges, because you get a lot of splashback. You get stuff dripping down your lips. It's tough. Sometimes I find myself I burst open the little membranes of the and it's just like just juice everywhere. I'm going back to my desk and it's just my keyboard's all sticky and stuff.
Oh, and the fingers are sticky,
Yeah.
just touching things.
So annoying. But I like a banana as well.
Oh, love a good banana. Love a good stiff banana as well.
Nice long banana.
Oh, I tell
you
you what.
can get Lidl has nice long ones,
Mm-hmm.
and Tesco Tesco as well. But there's ones you get, the Feist ones you get. They have a banana factory up in Balbriggan. They the Feist ones, the Feist
Yeah,
the
that's
Feist
legitimate.
factories up in Balbriggan, and whatever they're doing up there is the bananas. They're chodes, like they're literally they're the size of your hand, like.
How do you eat a banana in public? Are you afraid to look gay eating a banana in public?
You see that video of the guy who does it like in a not gay way.
Yes.
I deep throat the banana.
Oh,
I go
fuck
all in.
that, yeah, I'm totally
I'm
ready.
all in.
Yeah.
I'm there to consume nutrients. It's not a performance for other people.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it might be. I might look at it, do it as I'm doing it, but like, it's whatever. That's neither here nor there. That's me asserting my dominance.
Exactly. Yeah. Bananas are so multifaceted. How do you peel a banana? From the top or the bottom?
From the top.
The top, so like the bit.
No,
with
I just grab it and just break it in half.
peel a banana. I just eat it as it is,
Chunk
as
in.
nature intended.
I never understand what people mean by the top and bottom of banana. I'm
So
not
like
gonna lie.
the top, the bit that sticks out, and it's just like the stem, which is
Mhm.
where it was attached to
Yes.
other bananas. And then there's the bottom, which is just like its little.
I would.
It's anus.
Yeah.
Like the little starfish
I
thing.
do
at the
know.
bottom.
I actually know exactly what you're talking about now. From the top to the bottom, definitely, because it's got more of a lip that there's more leverage to make the fulcrum. You know what I'm talking about when peeling?
Yeah.
Are you a bottom to top kind of guy?
Well, I used to be a top, but now I'm more of a bottom guy.
Fair. Listen, sometimes you realize what we
gotta
like.
switch it up.
Yeah, sometimes you realize what we like, and we stick to that then.
I used to be all top, but like, then I was in work. One of the times.
I want the guys show me how good it was bottom.
No, one of the girls said to me, she was like, "I've never seen someone peel a banana like that." And she was from like Albania or something like that. And I was like,
What the fuck do you mean you've never seen a guy?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, what do you mean? There's only two ways you could possibly do it.
You've had a 50-50 chance every single time you've seen someone open peel a banana.
She's a statistical anomaly. But she was like, I've never seen anyone peel a banana that way. I was like, what the hell? Is like she coming on to me or something like that?
You just do it from the middle, like just pierce the fingers.
Just crush the banana in your hands. But it got me thinking. I was thinking about that for a while. And then I started to experiment, and going with the bottom method.
Yeah.
Instead, and I do find it is a bit easier because you can just puncture it with a nail, and then it just kind of falls apart.
Interesting.
So something to keep in mind.
What are strawberries? Strawberries
are good. I don't like the little pimples they have on them though.
Oh yeah, I get that.
The seeds.
I don't mind it though, but I get that.
I wish there were seedless strawberries.
I grew up last year and started eating kiwis.
Kiwis,
are quite good.
Kiwis are respectable.
But they're you need to eat them with like a spoon. You can't just eat a kiwi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need a fucking
like an avocado.
You might need a knife as well. You need a knife and a spoon, which is a bit.
That's a bit much for fruit.
I just want to fucking eat a bit of fruit. Like, it's not that nice. Like,
yeah, get the bib out and all. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's about the extent. Love like a mango. Melon. Pineapple. Yeah, I respect it.
Yeah.
They kind of freak me out though when they're not like cut up.
Yeah, and also when like sometimes I've had a pineapple where I've bitten into them like. This is like kind of the texture's getting to be a bit. There's something.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like wet. I think it's like wet texture.
It's just really wet. I find melons can be like that sometimes as well. It's just like it feels like I don't know. Like, yeah, it's like a glacier's in your mouth. You're just like it's really warm. It's like slowly melting.
I once got pineapple and watermelon from one of these women that walked down the beach in like Spain. And I bit into it, and I was like, "That is literally the worst thing I've ever put my mouth on."
What was it?
It was just a pineapple, but like it was the worst thing my mouth has ever touched.
Yeah,
just texture-wise, because it was hot.
Yeah.
Hot fruit
has to be cold.
I actually made me gag. I felt sick.
Yeah, it has to be cold unless it's banana. But banana should always be lukewarm.
Room temperature.
Yeah, you don't want I put a banana in the fridge. Big mistake.
It's it just bruises then, doesn't it?
It bruises, and then it it's just too cold and stiff. You know, you be able to get your mouth around it, like.
Fact, you do. Yeah, that's what the good thing about like those mandarins are. You just put the whole ball in the mouth. You know what I
mean? Multiple, yeah.
Yeah,
I could do 2-3 at once.
And swallow, no butter.
Swallow. It won't go. Oh dear.
Oh, God.
But yeah, what have you been up to?
It's in France.
Oh my God.
It was in Paris.
Oh yes.
And you know
How
what?
was that?
Paris is very nice.
I love Paris.
But I low-key did experience that moment of like Paris syndrome. Where like I was walking around during the day and I was like, yeah, this is just like a city. Like it's a very nice city, but I'm like, this is just a city. And that is the first time where I've gone to like a European city and experienced that. Like Rome, exactly how I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Berlin, exactly how I imagined it. Paris, not quite how I imagined it.
Really? What did you imagine?
It was just, I don't know. Now the first night, my cousin's living over there, so we went and drank wine on the Seine, and it was like proper. That was Paris.
Yeah,
like drinking
legitimate,
and like the Eiffel Tower is off in the background, and like it's nice, and like literally walking back, and there's people playing jazz music and stuff like that. I was like, it's Paris. Then walking around during the day, I was like, I'm just sweating balls constantly. It is way too hot, and it's just like it's just like it's a very pretty city, but like it's not the walk around to be inspired by, postmodern writers that like you know that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It ain't that.
Yeah, true. You're right, because it is just like a normal city, and yeah, the locals will remind you of that as well. Like it's not it's not a whimsical place really.
Like twice we like, and it didn't happen to me, but like my cousin's girlfriend would order something and they just said no. It's like, oh, can I get a coffee? No.
What?
And like, don't know. Like we sat down to get to like brunch. It's like, oh, can I just get a coffee? She's like, no coffee. And she's like, what? It's like, no coffee, either juice or fizzy. And she's like, oh, okay. No, it's okay then. And she was like, okay. What else does everyone else want? And we ordered food or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like looking over and I was like, there's a guy sitting right there that's drinking coffee.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And then she just comes over and she just plonks the coffee on the table.
Yeah.
Like, are you taking the piss or like what is this?
Were you ordering in English or French?
She ordered in French because she is fluent in French.
Yeah. They're really weird.
I think she was just like, no, like you don't order in French. But it's like, listen, listen, girl. This girl's French is better than your English, so just fucking come to terms with this.
I don't know. Yeah, my brother had the same issue sometimes. Where like try to speak French, but then they just talk back to you in English.
Yeah,
if they, in broken English.
In broken English.
But it's like, well, I'm fluent here. Why don't you engage me? I kind of like in a sick way. I kind of appreciate, the attitude that they have, because they're just like totally contemptuous of
everyone,
of everybody. Yeah. It's like universal, It's it's not the magical whimsical city that maybe it is in American movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I still. But it's the same way, like when Americans come here.
Yeah.
And like maybe
I
they think
hope they're disappointed.
They have to be disappointed because like Paris, at least there is stuff to do, and there's like actual historical artifacts and historical places. And
we didn't do
buildings.
any like proper like sightseeing because it was too hot.
Too hot.
It made me realize I never ever wanted to do a city break in the summer.
Really?
Yeah, never ever.
How hot was it?
It was like 30 something every single day.
Yeah. Was it not rain where you were there? No.
Nope.
It was raining while Carl was there.
Hate that.
Yeah, and then like he left. I think you arrived.
Yeah. It rained the day before, but it was just blisteringly hot. I got sunburned and everything. Like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it can get really hot. When we were there a while ago, it was fucking sweating balls. But they got AC. But
they do have AC.
They've AC, which is very key, and a Rome as well. So fair play to them. But yeah, Paris is lovely.
Yeah,
lovely place. I think.
Last note in the French, there was like we were in our little apartment, or whatever, and across the way there's another like French people that were also partying, whatever. And one of them was like, "Oh, I was wearing like a pink little hat," and a couple hours later, like they were just like shouting across. They started like trying to serenade Melissa when she was sitting there, and like I got up off the bed, and they just stopped. They just stopped doing it, and then like, "Oh, I loved your pink hat," and I was like, "What?" And he's like, "I love your little pink hat." I was like, "Thank you," and he just goes, "Okay," and I was like, "All right," and just closed the door. I was like, "What the fuck? What type of conversation is that?"
He was reaching out. That's a
poorly.
That's a Frenchman that is most vulnerable.
Yeah,
and you just shut the door.
Yeah, I was like,
"Thank you."
Listen, I got banana to eat backwards, right? Shut up.
I got things to do in here. I'm trying to figure this banana out.
But yeah, no, Paris is very good.
Very cool.
I don't think I have many major cities of Europe I want to see. I really want to go see Vienna.
I'm going to Vienna in 2 weeks.
Very nice.
Yeah, for 12 hours.
Oh, very good. Oh, wait, what are you doing?
Well, we're doing 2 city breaks and we're going to Croatia for a bit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we're combining a lot into one kind of
super holiday.
One kind of some kind of like Megazord holiday. And there's 2 days in Budapest, 1 day in Vienna, and then in Croatia for 6 days.
Very nice. Very nice.
That'll be hot as balls as well.
Have you been Budapest before?
No.
Right, yeah.
No.
Budapest is good.
Yeah, but like it's crazy expensive for what it is.
Getting there is, but
getting there's hard, but accommodation, it's crazy expensive. It's as expensive, like considering if
when are you going?
2 weeks.
Is Ziggit on?
It could be, yeah.
Which might be the reason why.
Might be the reason, yeah. That's actually a good point. I didn't even think of that. That actually probably is because like the quality of accommodation is dog shit. It's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But like even there was a place I was looking at. That definitely is the reason actually because it doesn't make any sense otherwise. There was a place I was looking at and it was like you could stay in a windowless room with it was just a bed and like a bedside locker and you were like it was like this it was like kind of like a fucking cursed like back rooms kind of vibe. It was like one of those like old Soviet apartment blocks and you're on a floor with a lot of other apartments or whatever, and it's like there's a landing, and out on the landing there was like washing machines that were like half plugged into the wall, and these were all the photos were like it looked like Blair Witch screenshots that had been taken by the guy who was hosting it, and all the reviews were like 2 stars. They were like, do not go to this guy, do not go to this place,
you will die.
Yeah, they're saying like they don't like when someone leaves the hotel, like there's no like house cleaning or the hotel, it's just an apartment, there's no house cleaning, they rip up the bed sheets, put them in the washer, and then there's no dryer, then you have to find a way to dry them, and they hang them up on like a clothesline in your room.
What is this?
Yeah.
This is prison cell.
It was 250 quid a night. It was over €200 a night, and all the reviews were like, do not stay here.
Yeah.
But like if we were trying to mess around with like what's the cheapest date to go, and like on either side of the dates we picked, it was like this place is booked out. It's like how are people like?
Ziggit is on from the 6th of August to the 11th.
6th. Well, it's a week before we're there.
Weird.
It's kind of weird.
Maybe we just stay over or something. But
yeah, maybe. But yeah, I thought that was very strange. It's like that, and everything else is shit as well. Like there's no decent accommodation in Budapest that I could see.
Yeah. You know the way, like, looking back, I am like, that was like an incredibly stupid thing to do. Like the taxis and stuff like that are apparently all like linked to like the like Hungarian mafia or some shit like that.
Oh, are they?
And I was this was not with a taxi man, but I was in Budapest one time, and this like woman drug dealer came up to me and offered me something. I was like, no, I'm okay, but she kept persisting. I was like, here, like, will you fucking leave me alone?
Yeah.
And then she goes, what did you say? And I said, would you please fuck off? And she did not take kindly to that. It's like, how dare you tell me to fuck off in my city? And for whatever reason, her saying my city really pissed me off.
Yeah.
I was like, my city? What is this, America? What the fuck are you talking about? You sound like a Yank. And she's like, well, I'm going to come back and fucking beat your ass. Like, sure, whatever. She definitely would have done that if I didn't leave.
Yeah.
Like, I would have got my head kicked in 100%.
She would have had connections, 100%, yeah. Yeah, you never know. You never know. I'd say, yeah, they are pretty mafia linked and all that. Like, yeah, Hungary's not exactly... I think, yeah, you're not going to Hungary unless you're going to fucking...
To Budapest.
Like,
I don't know
there's no
anywhere
other
else.
reason to go, really. Yeah. It's like Romania. You wouldn't go to Romania unless you're going to Bucharest, really. No offense to those countries, but like there's just...
To be fair, I want to go to Austria outside of Vienna, so...
Exactly, yeah.
Or like Prague and Czech Republic.
So true, yeah. Most of those, yeah. It's like you wouldn't go to Ireland if you weren't going to Dublin.
Yeah.
Realistically, if you're Eastern
going
European,
for this,
you're not going to fucking
like
backwards.
you might go to Galway.
Maybe if you're like really cultured and you're
Yeah.
in the scene, But like, what's the point? Otherwise, it's like it's this place where no one speaks English at all. I don't know what's happening. And, I could be in a really bad situation. I wouldn't even be aware of it. That kind of way. I don't know. I'm sure it's fine.
It's basically the only place where like people go to everywhere.
Yeah.
Like
Spain.
you go to Madrid, you go to Barcelona, you go to like...
France is kind of like that as well.
France is. You go to south of France and all like that. And obviously Paris and...
in the middle as well.
Normandy?
There's a good bit going on in the middle. Normandy, a lot of English people go there. Yeah. So, and yeah, Italy kind of as well.
Yeah, Italy as well.
Italy, yeah.
Portugal as well, kind of.
Portugal, that's so true, yeah. Very small country, though.
The hot ones by the beaches and all that stuff is where...
Yeah, the cool countries.
Yeah. Stuff like a place that got stuff going on.
Yeah, things are happening.
Yeah.
Sun's beaming down. People are talking. Things are going on. Past those countries, what the... I don't know what's going on, and I don't want to know.
Once I go to Eastern Europe, I'm like, whew, I have no idea what's going on here.
yeah. I don't really know. I'm not going to hang around to find out.
Yeah.
I've never been, though, so maybe I'm going to love it.
I think you will. Budapest is very nice.
I've really wanted to go to Croatia for a while.
I really want to go to Croatia
Very
as well.
much looking forward to that.
We did a toss-up between Croatia or Malta, and we're going to Malta this year.
Yeah, that's a good choice to have. Malta be nice. It's a bit easier to get around, isn't it?
It is tiny.
Because, it's small. English speaking mainly, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all tourists and shit like that, so...
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be good.
Cool. Happy days.
Tell you where I don't want to go, though. Fuck going to London. Because there be some American werewolves in London.
What?
I don't want to go there. Have you seen this movie, American Werewolf?
Oh, many years ago,
Many
yes.
years ago.
Yes, I did. I saw it was one of the scary movies that I was like allowed to watch. I was like, oh my god. I was warned about the crazy scene where the mutation happens.
Bro,
It's really good.
I'd seen clips of it before, but never like properly seen it. It holds up. That scene,
so good.
Like this movie holds up incredibly well. Like most of the special effects, like there's some bits with the wolf where like it's like walking on all fours. I'm like, that looks fucking weird. But
it's like claymation or something, isn't it?
It just looks like a really bad, like not like a really bad suit, but it looks like a suit. But yeah, American Werewolf in London. Speaking about like dumbasses going to places where they don't know the culture and are getting into danger and they don't realize it. It's about two Americans who are traveling through Europe. They're doing their great European tour, some shit like that. And they are in the north of England somewhere. And they just stumble into this town. They go to a pub. They're looking for some food. They can't get no food. And there's like, the pub's weird. There's like this, like, there's a pentagram up on the wall. And they're like, Oh, what's with the pentagram? And the entire place goes fucking silent.
What's with the pentagram?
And it's like, you don't talk about that, or whatever fucking however English people speak. And they're like, oh, we're like, okay, right, we're not welcome here. We need to go. It's very folk horror-ish.
Yeah.
It's really folk horror-ish. So the Americans leave, and they're told, fear the moon or something like that, and stay on the main road.
Yeah.
Do not get off the road. And they don't do either of these things. They don't fear the moon. They just walk off into the marshes.
Yanks.
And they get attacked by a werewolf. And one of them dies, and then the other one is bitten but survives. And lo and behold, he turns into a werewolf, and he's in London now. And he's fucking annihilating people, like proper tearing them apart. And it's about yeah.
Yeah, it's a tense movie from what I remember. Yeah, special effects are great. I think werewolves is such a cool topic.
Yeah.
And they're doing, is it what's his fucking name? Dave Eggers, is that his name? Robert Eggers.
Robert Eggers.
He's doing Dave Eggers is someone else. I can't remember who.
I don't know who that is, but yeah.
Yeah, but he's doing a Wolfman, isn't he? Someone cool is doing a Wolfman.
See, Lee Winnell. He did
Winnell,
he did The Wolfman like last year or earlier this year.
Yeah, but no one watched it.
And it wasn't very good.
Yeah.
But I do think that Robert Eggers is doing a Wolfman.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that Guillermo
he
del Toro Frankenstein movie with Oscar Isaac. Have you seen this?
No.
It's a Netflix movie.
Oh.
Guillermo del Toro doing Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And like Frankenstein.
Like the actual book.
The actual book.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I don't trust Del Toro at all. I don't trust him.
Pinocchio was pretty good.
I'm not a fan of him at all. But like, yeah, it could be. But I like all those stories.
That is funny that you said that, because I actually don't know if I really like any Guillermo.
I don't really like any of his movies. Like some
I liked
of them,
Pinocchio,
I appreciate,
but that was like, I think that's my favorite one is Pinocchio. Well,
yeah,
that's maybe it.
Yeah.
Well, Hellboy and stuff like that is pretty
Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Hellboy 2. We did Pacific Rim, which was rubbish.
You haven't seen it. Shape of Water.
Shape of Water. Was that any good? Yeah. I feel like they're all kind of like, it's alright.
Like visually, yeah, it's really cool. But
yeah. But yeah, maybe hopefully it'll be good, because he has some good ideas.
He does.
But
his visuals are insane.
Yeah, he's a good visual eye. But because he was obsessed with Lovecraft for ages, which is like he's like the worst director for something like that.
Yeah, you're all like
all visuals.
Yeah.
It's like, so like that's like the exact opposite of what Lovecraft is about. Terrible idea. But yeah, Eggers is doing a Wolfman set in the 13th century where it's going to be in Old English, which is just like, it's just like, just come on.
Yeah,
like, just come on. Don't be well, it's going to be. Shut up. Just make it in actual English. Don't make them black and white either. Just make like a normal Wolfman
I do
movie.
love the fact that he refuses to make anything that's like modern.
Yeah. It's like,
And his most modern movie was probably like The Lighthouse. And with that, it was set in an island where they didn't fucking speak like proper English. Or
yeah,
that.
they were speaking like old timey English. Yeah, that's just. Oh, come on! Don't be doing that.
I might be tired of the. Well, we'll see. But I might be
see.
tired of the Robert Eggers shtick of.
Yeah, come on, like old English, like it's more authentic. But like no one can understand what they're saying. It's just gonna be a subtitled movie, but like subtitled for no reason. I don't know, because old English is like you won't be able to just understand what's being said.
It's like Beowulf and all that. Innit?
Yeah. So
is Beowulf
we'll see.
Old English?
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Werewolves is so cool. American Werewolf in London. John Landis. That's one of those classic 80s movies. Is it 80s or late 70s?
80s.
80s. Classic 80s. Was definitely an 80s kind of movie anyway. Which is like, well, just like a proper genre, it's standalone movie.
It's so funny because it's
something creepy happening.
It's like, it's a good horror film, but it's also really funny.
Yeah.
It's like there's so much comedy throughout the film. And like, it is like a really fucked up story, so it is like you do need the comedy, because his mate that is killed keeps coming back to him being like, you need to kill yourself, because if you don't kill yourself, you're just gonna kill more people.
Yeah.
And if you don't kill more people, you're gonna bite someone, and this curse will just keep going. Because the whole thing is that like all the undead, everyone that's killed by the werewolf remain undead until the werewolf curse is lifted.
Yeah. Okay.
So like there's one bit where like he's sitting in a porn theater, and the porn is fucking playing or whatever like that. But he is sitting around all the people that he has killed. And it's like they're all like, yeah, you should kill yourself for what you did to us. Like no sympathy whatsoever with them. They're like, you butchered us, so yeah, you should kill yourself so you stop doing this to other people. And then there's just a slapstick comedy of errors nearly when the werewolf, he turns into the werewolf in the porn theater, and then people start coming in and they just start getting massacred, and then people leave, and then there's like a car crash that like beheads someone, and like there's just like this like slapstick comedy of like chain reactions outside the cinema as people are freaking out and panicking. And then like so like the whole thing is like when he's in the hospital after the werewolf attack, the nurse for whatever reason just falls in love with him kind of.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, you're American. It's cute."
Exotic.
So he stays with her, and then at the end of the movie, she's like, John, it's me. Stay with me. Don't be like this.
Don't go.
But like he's like, there's no man when he's a werewolf. He's just all
animal,
all beast, all animal,
all beast.
It is like, isn't it that werewolves is like innermost like animalistic desires and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's just an expression, or like a berserker kind of way. People just go fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And like start killing random people or killing whatever's in their way. And the way people rationalize it was like they turned into an animal, or they became possessed by some kind of animal spirit. Which kind of crazy, kind of spooky. There was a real werewolf. There's a real wolf in France around Bordeaux back in the 1500s. It's not that well, like it was like a pretty long time ago, but like it was actually I think it was like 1600s actually. But it was like a massive wolf, like this huge wolf that would go around. It was a man-eating wolf, and it would like eat people. It was a real thing, and they actually caught it and killed it and stuffed it. And it was like apparently this massive, huge beast that the king put a bounty out on it as well. But it was actually just a case of an animal going around just like eating people for no apparent reason.
Jesus.
But that was a common thing in Europe as well.
Yeah.
So like people would have to deal with that with like wolves actually attacking their livestock and maybe attacking them as well, especially as deforestation went on.
Yeah, the more you go into the nature's gonna come at you.
Yeah. And then obviously you'd have people just going crazy as well. And there's no way to rationalize that back then. It's like, why would someone just go around killing people?
That's so interesting.
They're possessed by the woods. Whatever's out there in the woods, it comes in many forms.
Where is like because obviously like Frankenstein, like these classic like Hammer horror, like the Mummy. I don't know where the fuck the Mummy comes from.
Yeah, that's just Tutankhamun, isn't it?
Is it like, is it just from?
I think
like,
I don't know,
because obviously like vampires is Dracula, Frankenstein is Frankenstein, but like Frankenstein as the Hammer version is not Frankenstein, like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Where do werewolves come from, and where do like mummies come from? Are they just? I think werewolves is definitely like more like folk.
That's just
tales.
the folklore, yeah. I think everywhere has that.
I doubt mummies come from like anything outside of, as you said, Tutankhamun or whatever like that.
Yeah. I think it is just it's just a random story that they made.
And then you got like Swamp Thing, which is probably like folklore as well.
Swamp Thing?
Not like not like the Alan Moore Swamp Thing, but like the
just swamp monsters.
Yeah, swamp monsters like the fishmen and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think that's definitely more a folkloric thing.
Thing in Black Lagoon, is that what it's called? Or something like that?
Thing from the Black Lagoon, yeah. Fishmen. Yeah, sure, Lovecraft had a lot of them as well.
Yeah. Oh, he loved a good fishman.
He loved fishmen, yeah. It was a metaphor for being Welsh or something like that. He was ashamed of having a Welsh grandfather or something like that. Mad bastard.
Oh, mad racist bastard.
Yeah. But no, they're such cool stories. Hopefully Eggers can do some justice to it, because there's never been a good Wolfman movie. So this one's good.
I was like
thinking about it
because I was looking at, because I only picked this up because I only watched it because it was a euro in CX. I was like, I'm gonna get that. Yeah. And also Dog Soldiers was euro, which is the English
version. It's very very different, but yeah.
And then you got like Teen Wolf, which you talked about like a while ago.
Teen Wolf's great, but it's not a Wolfman movie.
Is Ginger Snaps a werewolf movie?
I don't know what that is. What's that?
I think it's Ginger. I think it's a
Ginger
Ginger
Snaps.
movie. I think it's a werewolf movie. I think it's about like, it's a big period movie. It's a movie about getting your period and coming of age.
Is it?
Yeah, something like that.
There's Van Helsing.
Yeah, but that's like a Monster Hunter.
True, but it's like it's also Wolfman. But it's actually a pretty shit movie. But like I don't know, it's also kind of good.
What are some like classic? There's I think it's Benicio del Toro.
Yeah,
Wolfman movie from
Wolfman,
the.
yeah.
And
2010 or
I remember watching that like when I was a kid. Seeing it on like Sky Premiere. I specifically remember the bit where like he turns into the Beast. I think Anthony Hopkins is in that
Anthony
movie.
Hopkins is in it, yeah.
And they're all like sitting around like, watch the Beast come alive, and then they completely underestimate how violent the Beast is.
Yeah.
Why is it always England, specifically London, with these movies? Is the Wolfman like an English thing?
No, not really. I think it's everywhere. It's like it's most places have a vampire legend. Wolfman is like fairly common in Europe anyway.
There's the Doctor Who episode as well about werewolves. Which
I
is
think
pretty good.
I think London's just a convenient location for American audiences because everyone naturally speaks English, so like you don't have that stretch of imagination.
Yeah.
And
it's old timey as well.
Old timey, and it's linked to European folklore in an English language way. So, but yeah, they are very cool stories now, I must say.
Love. Yeah, who's your favorite? Like, out of I'm gonna say the big four.
I'd say Wolfman.
Wolfman,
to be honest. But like, I don't think he's been done justice just yet. I think Wolfman has so much potential.
Because like, there's so many classic like vampires.
Yeah. So many classic vampire stories.
Like Nosferatu, both versions. The
Bram Stoker's
Dracula. Interview with the Vampire and all that.
Yeah, even the
Twilight.
Hammer horror one. Twilight, yeah. They got so many. Wolfman is nothing really. Nothing standalone. He's always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah.
He's always kind of with
Hotel
Dracula.
Transylvania as well. That's a vampire movie.
Yeah. The Mummy has even has better movies than the Wolfman.
Oh yeah, there's actually the Brendan Fraser ones.
The Brendan Fraser ones. First two are great. Well, the first one's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a shame. A Creature from the Black Lagoon that can't come back really. That he can't be revived. Like there's no way you can make that.
Well, yeah, they did
It's just
Shape of
not
Water,
scary.
so
Yeah.
yeah, it's not.
I suppose I haven't seen that. I don't know how scary it is.
Shape of Water is basically Creature from Black Lagoon, but what if he wants to bone?
Oh, if he's sexual.
Yeah, and it's like,
Mhm.
that's what it's like.
Finally, someone asked the questions worth asking.
Yeah. What other classic monsters are there?
Classic monsters. We have dragons.
You do have dragons,
Yeah.
and they're also folklore.
They're folkloric. Speaking of dragons, I actually watched Reign of Fire. Reign of Fire. It's 2000 movie, I believe.
What is the plot to this movie?
So,
What is the plot to this movie?
what is the plot to the movie?
Why did Walk come out like that? What is the
Well, tell me. Well, it's actually it's funny you'd say it like that because this movie's set in England in the year 2020-ish.
I just realized 3 of the movies that we're talking about are set in England, except for one of them.
Yeah. It's a very European episode. But yeah, Reign of Fire.
Made by Americans.
Yeah, they're all made by Americans actually.
Actually, Danny Boyle's not, but whatever.
Close enough. But yeah, Reign of Fire. It's a great movie. It's about Christian Bale is in it. Matthew McConaughey is also in it. Gerard Butler as well, and the girl
I believe it's
is in
Gerard.
Gerard Butler. Sorry.
Put respect on his name.
Put respect on
The Gamer.
the gamer. I was about to say the gamer.
the only movie I know he's
Put
in.
respect on the gamer.
I've never seen that film.
He's in loads of knockoffs of that as well. But it's about in the year 2000, we're in Britain and we're down a mine. We're in London, we're down a mine, and this kid, he's looking for his mom. He's just after getting out of school. She's down the mine, supervising mine works and stuff.
The children yearn for the mines.
They yearn. He wants to be involved in the mine. He's like, get me in there, get me stuck in. And he's down the mine, and there's an Irish actor down there for some reason. Well, he's a miner, but like he's an Irish guy. I don't know his name. But he's like, there's something weird going on in one of these mine shafts. And his mom was like, well, I'm just going to have a smoke. Like, they're smoking down the mine, which is kind of weird. And she's like, fuck that, I'm staying here. Kid goes off to like have a look as well, I think. And there's a big hole, and there's something weird happening in the hole. There's a lot of smoke coming out of it. They think there's maybe a fire. turns out there's a dragon that's living underneath the mine.
Damn.
That's alive, and it bursts out of the mine.
How big is this dragon?
There's fire everywhere. It's the size of like 3 houses. It's a very big dragon, and it's like it's breathing fire, and it blows up the mine. The kid just escapes in like this elevator thing, and we presume that everyone else in the mine was killed, and then it's like kind of cut to black, time skip.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're cutting 20 years into the future ish. It's around 2020. We're no longer in London. We're in like Scotland or something like that. We're in a castle in Scotland, and Christian Bale is the leader of this commune that live out of a Mott and Bailey castle somewhere in like the Highlands, and like it's like this desolate landscape that's been burned to a crisp. So what's happened is these dragons were sleeping under the earth for thousands of years, and every previous extinction event is because dragons came out of the earth and like just sprayed it with fire.
That's pretty cool.
And like there's no the great thing about the movie is there's no explanation for as to why this happened or where they come from, or
you don't need it,
or what how they eat really as well. They just seem to burn things up, and like that's it. But yeah, so like the Earth is facing another extinction event. Christian Bale's holed up in this castle with his commune, and they're just getting by, and they have a few crops down in the valley, and they're holed up in the castle because they don't want to get sighted by the dragons. And like it's a really like well made movie for what it is, and it's
idea of this movie is so stupid.
It's so stupid. Like the premise makes no sense whatsoever. Dragons took over the Earth. Why? It doesn't matter how. Well, they blew everything up with their fire. This is actually the first movie where dragons breathe fire. Would you believe that?
No, I do not believe that.
That's just the first movie where dragons breathe fire.
In the year 2000.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's an unbelievable fact about this movie. There are no previous examples of dragons breathing fire.
That can't seem...
It's true. It's true. It's
surely like...
fire-breathing dragons. It starts with Reign of Fire in 2000 with Christian Bale. It's one of those crazy facts.
Maybe because they couldn't do it, but oh, jeez, you actually tripped me out there. What's that one with the only film that I can think of with another dragon in it is the cartoon one. He's a cartoon dragon, but he's in a live-action movie. Do you know what I'm talking about? He's green, he's got like purple hair or something like
that. Is it Mulan, is it?
Well, no, and that's also that's actually... I think he might... No, he can't breathe fire in that movie. You might be right.
Yeah, because what they did was they based the dragons off... There's actually a beetle which breathes fire. There's an actual creature. Oh no,
he spits like kind of like high temperature acid or something like that.
No, it's like a fire. It's like an actual...
Oh, what the fuck?
It's
okay, no.
Yeah, it's fire-breathing beetles.
You're giving me too many fucking facts here. What the fuck?
Well, I don't know if these are facts. This is what I read online.
This is what ChatGPT told me.
Yeah, this is what the large language model hallucinated when I asked it the question. This is the first film with fire-breathing dragons, and they based it off fire-breathing beetles, which actually do exist. And obviously, they don't go around like fucking spraying houses down or whatever, but they do like emit some kind of like flame, and they fuck up whatever's in front of them because they have like some kind of gland in their throat, and that's how the dragons operate in this. For some reason, they feel the need to explain it. They have a gland in their throat which spits out like some kind of propellant or whatever, and then they have a gas which like ignites it or something like that. But yeah, so the premise of this movie makes zero sense whatsoever, and at no point do they make any attempt to explain why anything is happening. Which is kind of a thread with some of those stories, or even like American Werewolf in London, as a genre affair, kind of like it's a standalone movie. At the end of the century, about 2000, the turn of the century, which has a big budget. I think it was made for 80 million. And yeah, the premise makes no sense. It has big actors in it. It's like huge set pieces. It's well made. Like the sets are great. The acting is great, obviously. The story, like on its own, if you just like turn your brain off, also makes a bit of sense. But like it does not link to any franchise. It doesn't pass the first kind of logical test. It's like, why is any of this happening? It doesn't make any attempt to justify that. But it's an alright movie. It's actually alright. It's just like a completely pointless movie. So I'm not sure why it was made.
It's also very strange that Christian Bale's in this movie.
Yeah, because he's just
Why?
after American Psycho.
Yeah, that's what I was
and
thinking.
he's like lifted off. And
He's like a prestigious actor. Why is he doing
at that stage even already? Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's doing Rain of Fire, and he does well in it. And then Matthew McConaughey comes in. It's like American Marines for some reason. They're like hunting the dragons around the world. It's like maybe you could read this as a metaphor for American imperialism. They're just as bad as the dragons.
Damn.
But like they bring ruin to the castle, because the dragons are they're looking for the dragons, and the dragons are aware of what they are as well. And they basically they threaten Christian Bale and the other guys in the communes, like, we need to stay in your castle because this is gonna be our base while we hunt the alpha male. And once they take down the alpha male, who's just like spitting eggs, or he's like spitting like weird sperm or whatever, and the female dragons come down and like they fertilize it, and then it creates more dragons, and then they, so they kill this alpha male who lives in Scotland. Then they save the world, and then the rest of the film is just kind of a big set piece geared toward, resolving that tension there. It's quite adult as well. Like there's gore and like weird, like people get like blown up and like dropped from helicopters and stuff. And yeah, it's a bit intense at certain scenes, because I watched it when I was a kid, and I was like, oh shit, this is scary. Like parts of it are scary, claustrophobic, because you're just trapped. The castle gets burned down at one point, or it's burning, and like it's like this is like a house fire. Like everyone's trapped in the basement, and it's like you just hear like the awful things happening upstairs, and screams of people being like cooked alive by these by these dragons. But it's good. It's a funny old movie.
Dragons are also good, like, folk.
They are.
Fucking hell.
They're cool.
I would love to know why everywhere across.
Yeah, why does everybody have a dragon story?
Why? Where did I know? Like in Ireland, we don't have. I don't think we have any dragon stories.
No, well, Wales did. Wales is basically Ireland.
Yeah. Like Greece has got fucking Hyges and shit like that.
Yeah.
China, mad for dragons.
They love dragons.
They love dragons.
Turkey.
Even like Norse, like the Norse gods also had dragons.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like How to Train Your Dragon. That's all about Vikings fighting dragons.
Yeah. Based on a true story as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, dragons are cool. But dragons are very played out, I think. Dragons have been there. Wolfman, he needs his moment.
He needs his moment.
He needs someone to actually try to make a good movie about him. Please.
Has anyone ever made a good dragon movie outside of How to Train Your Dragon?
Rain of Fire.
That's fair, yeah.
No, yeah, it's not. It's actually not a good movie, really. Good dragon movie. I can't think of any. I have to say.
How to Train Your Dragon is just the answer.
Yeah, it is kind of. Yeah, I was gonna say The Hobbit, but The Hobbit's not very good. Especially Desolation of Smaug. Like that's a shit one.
Is that the second one or the first one?
It's like the third one, isn't it?
Third one is
the Five Armies or something.
Yeah, that's shite.
Yeah, it's so bad.
That is shite. I actually think Desolation of Smaug is the second one, which in my opinion is the best one.
Really?
Yeah.
With the castle on the hill at the end.
Well, up until the end. Well, up until the end, it's good.
I thought it was. Yeah.
Those movies aren't very good.
They're really not now. They're really bad. You see, there's a new Harry Potter being made.
Yeah, I'm aware that this is being made.
Yeah.
I refuse to, on a moral ground.
Yeah.
Refuse to acknowledge.
So strange. Nick Frost is Hagrid, and he's just like the character design is identical.
You know,
like,
Malfoy's in it again.
Is he?
Yeah.
Again, as who?
He's playing Snape, I think now.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so.
But
Tom Hiddleston?
Tom Felton, isn't it?
Felton.
He hasn't had a job in about 20 years anyway.
That's probably the reason why he's going to do this. He's in Planet of the Apes, and that's the only other thing.
That was the last movie he was in, yeah. 14 years ago. Yeah, no, it looks rubbish.
Yeah,
Is it HBO or Disney or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Some big corporation's gonna.
Oh well.
Why is? Yeah, I just don't understand Harry Potter and why it's so massive.
Yeah. Well, it's because it was they produced it so quickly and people grew up on it. That's an interesting story.
Get that nostalgia already, but like I don't know.
The nostalgia, yeah, but the nostalgia's not enough to sustain an entire new series. 15 years after the last one ended.
Avengers is trying to do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's new Avengers next year, isn't there, as well? With Doctor Doom.
Dr. Doom and
I actually watched the original Fantastic Four. recently.
How is that?
It's alright.
Yeah.
It's just like it's alright.
I never watched the Silver Surfer one.
Yeah, I watched it in cinemas, but I don't remember anything about it.
I don't think it's meant to be very good.
Yeah, I don't think it was. But
what do you think of that they made the Silver Surfer woke now? It's a woman.
Is it?
Yeah, the next one's gonna be a woman.
All right.
A woman surfer. Like that makes no
Is
sense.
it a woman surfer?
Yeah.
How are they supposed to?
What's going on there?
How are you supposed to balance?
I don't understand that. Like, and she's silver. I don't know what it is.
What's next?
I don't know. I don't know what's next.
Yeah.
Okay, last movie before we get on to our recommended movie, and this is gonna be a full spoiler discussion for 28 years later, which I think is more than fair considering this movie's been out like a month and a half.
It's been a month, yeah.
Yes, you've seen this movie, and
I've seen it. Yeah.
You were tipping around.
I was tiptoeing, trying to
around a lot of
tiptoe
things. Well, we can full.
Let's dive. Let's dive right in. Let's sink our teeth.
Let's stick our nashes right into this one. And wrap it around like a banana again. Speaking of bananas, bro, you were not joking about that fucking zombie wang. Jesus.
Yeah, it's huge.
Fucking hell. There's so much dick in this movie.
Yeah, because the zombies, they don't have clothes anymore.
Yeah,
it's realistic like that.
I didn't realize there was gonna be like different like types of zombies as well. There's the worm little ones that are like running around.
Yeah. I forgot about them. Yeah, they're really
the alpha. Then you have
up.
other ones.
Yeah, you got the betas. You got the Sigma zombies.
The Sigmas are out there just howling at the moon like a wolf.
They're doing their own thing.
Whatever the fuck they're doing. Yeah, how the fuck do we even start talking about this? Okay, right. I don't want to talk about the ending yet because I want to talk about like the.
What do you think about the setup? What do you think about what are they saying? They're on an island.
Oh man, it's
They're on
like
an island.
This movie was so about like empire, and about like very clearly like the British Empire, because like there's that bit where like I can't remember the character's names. The fucking kid and the dad are going off onto the mainland for the first time, and you have that boots, run.
That's such a cool. Yeah, that's a great. The soundtrack is great.
But it's being intercut with shots of like scouts training and like young men getting ready for war and knights fighting and all this like classic like kind of like British military
jingoistic rubbish
like sense of empire stuff, and I was like, that's what are you putting down, like what is this? And so like so they go about and they come across the gaff with the guy hung upside down, carved into it with Jimmy or something like that, which we'll get on to later on. But
oh shit, was that what that was?
That's what that was.
Oh, I didn't even.
Yeah.
That's
what that was.
That.
That's what it was.
Oh.
They carved Jimmy into him, so that's who did that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So
and that's gonna play into what I think then what they're putting down with the ending anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then so like it's partially about like the complete collapse of empire.
Yeah.
Like the British, and it's also interesting because they say like later on you got the Swedish guy that there's like patrols that go on outside of all around England. I love the way they just fucking the ending of 28 weeks later is that like zombies they got out of England and they took over Europe. This movie's like that did not happen.
They pushed them back.
England or Europe fucking tamed this shit, and they actually just put a quarantine all over the British Isles. I'm like, fuck you, what the hell did we do? But anyway,
how did they get
it here? But whatever. Like, it's more easy for them to get to England than it was here.
There's a land route, yeah.
Anyway, so and it's like England is just cut off from everywhere else, and like no other place in the world has experienced this. They've got. Which makes me wonder, like, why the fuck? Like, surely you could, like, as a world, you could just come through and just clean this up, but whatever. Yeah. Very, very easily. Because
you say that about a lot of things, though. You know,
and
no one gets off their arse about anything. It's like this is really bad, but no, let's not do anything about it.
That actually is true.
That is kind of in the movie. You know, that no one's arse care.
They just want to
caring or
contain
doing
it.
anything. Yeah,
Contain it
They'll just ignore it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, basically a movie about like the fall of the empire, and like England is just fucked, and like the faith that the young boy has in community and family, because this movie is like very much about family as well, trying to survive in this era. And yeah, so Jodie Foster is the mom, and she's sick with something, and it's very clearly something in her brain. And so the young boy gets the mom and fucks off and goes to find Doctor whatever his name is, who is Ray Fiennes. And I love the switch up on that. I love the fact that like they set it up like this guy is mental. Like he's tapped. There's something wrong with him.
Yeah.
I was expecting for them to go to him and be like, this was a massive mistake and he's actually the villain. Absolutely, that's not what it is at all. He's trying to remember everyone that died, or like that life and death are one and the same.
Yeah, he's fighting the good fight on the front line, whereas all the lads, well, like it's not even fighting anything. He's just memorializing whatever tragedy is ongoing on the mainland. Whereas all the lads in the island, they're like, it's us against the world. We're in a siege situation. Flag beating, chest thumping.
Yeah.
And when the father and the son go onto the mainland, it's like you get the boots. I think it's Kipling or something like that from that poem, and all the war imagery. Them going out basically for sport, like that's the entire purpose of the mission.
They're just going out to shoot.
Yeah, and then when they come back and they escape by the skin of their teeth, they come back and the dad is there telling everyone in the pub. Oh, it was incredible. We took down 6 or 7 at a time.
And he took
the boy was
shots.
incredible. Yeah,
it's like that's not what happened at all.
He's just glorifying the violence, glorifying the idea of being at war, being under siege. But the boy sees that like there's
lie.
Yeah, there's nothing. They're not gaining anything from like glorifying the the situation that they're in.
And he won't do it. He won't go to the one person that potentially might be able to save his wife.
Yeah.
Like none of them will.
Yeah, because he's too afraid, basically.
Yeah.
And he doesn't understand exactly what your man's at, because he's not in that. He's not on that trip where it's all about for England and for the Queen and for against the zombies. Like he's just making it happen out there in the mainland.
I love the way as well. Like I don't think there's a line in it, but like this whole thing, he probably does say it, but it's just like with all this, because they come across something that in any other movie would be a horrifying image, which is all these skulls. And like when you see the posters and stuff like that, it makes
it's horrifying,
it looks like it's scary, but it's actually like this like beautiful folk horror way of looking at death. It's the same thing in Midsummer, where they're like life and death are one and the same thing. It's just a cycle. And I love the way that for his character, he's got all these skulls. You can't tell who was infected and who was not infected. It doesn't matter. It does not matter.
They're all victims.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're all victims of this apocalyptic event that has happened. And the bit where he's like, there's nothing I can do to save your mom, and she's suffering and it's only getting worse, and you need to accept that she's going to die. Oh my fucking god. Like, I did not expect this movie to make me like tear up in the cinema.
Oh yeah, I was the same, yeah.
I came in and I was like, I did not realize how invested I was as well. It's like, ooh. Especially like we had to put down the dog recently. And the dog was going through like pain that like we couldn't see or anything like that. You're just gonna try to ignore it, which is what that kid is doing as well. Ignoring the fact that like the suffering. I was like, oh, what the fuck? But obviously this is a bit more serious because it's his mom. But anyway,
I know, but it's exactly that kind of thing where it's making peace with how things just kind of life just kind of goes on, and even in an apocalyptic scenario, like all those people are built up on top of the skull pyramid. Like they all had a life and they're all victims to whatever happened. Some of them are affected. Place for them. Yeah, some of them weren't. Yeah, like and now they have something to symbolize that they were here at some point. And even for the people that aren't affected and just trying to get by, it's the same kind of thing. Like it's at some point it comes to an end, and no one wants to accept that. But that's how it works. when there's zombies running around or when there's not zombies running around, like that's the way it's always going to be, and it's just a cycle. And yeah, like making those two meet, like life and death, whereas like the island folk are like kind of like it's like a British cult, like just like the folk horror Wicker Man kind of thing, where like
like shooting, like having them train and shooting at bow and arrows and stuff like that. And
yeah, it's like glorifying violence out there, way out somewhere there, and this island as a place of safety and something that you need to protect all the time, and everything is just projected outwards. It's like you don't want to go there. The other live out there.
Once you're out there, you're on your own.
Yeah.
No one. We don't send rescue parties.
Yeah, and out there, that's where death is. Life exists here, but obviously that's not how it works. That's not how any of it works, like in the real world or in the movie, or in anything like that. Like it's all part of the same motion. And yeah, it's a really beautiful scene, I thought.
Yeah.
Very well done, because you're thinking he's going to be some madman voodoo witch doctor kind of thing, but he's like the mentor of the kid, basically. Like the kid's already
him more than his dad does.
Yeah. Like the kid's already come to a lot of those conclusions, but he's just being helped along.
Particularly when he comes across a pregnant zombie that gives birth to an uninfected baby.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Life and death, man.
Yeah.
The undead
and
giving birth to new life.
And the alpha is clearly the father and wants his child back.
Yeah. So he's just territorial, and there's something. Yeah, there's some kind of life in them as well. And yeah, the idea that even the undead produce new life.
Yeah.
And it's a strange kind of life that you might not be comfortable with, but that's the way out of it. That's the path forward. Maybe is eventually they'll just produce a load of zombie babies. They'll actually be normal humans, and then things go back to normal.
Oh yeah, they're probably unaffected by the rage virus then.
But yeah, the baby isn't.
Still get mauled, but whatever.
The witch?
I was gonna say, they probably don't get affected by the rage virus, but they, the zombies also will beat you to death.
Yeah.
And literally rip your fucking head out with your spine.
Yeah, it's a very gory movie as well.
God damn,
very gory.
It is so intense.
Yeah, pulling
so
the heads
intense.
off, and like the way it's shot as well. All the Dutch angles, it's exactly the same as the original movie. And even the kind of infrared kind of like deer cam footage as well of the zombies just lurking around the forest. It's just intercut with like kind of normal scenes,
it's so
tense
scary.
scenes of them on the mainland, and they're trapped in this house, and you just get this kind of like
the stampede of like deer going past and they fall.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. It's a great movie, and it's great that it is saying something, especially because Garland has like made loads of movies recently that don't say anything at all,
or at least they don't say anything well.
they're completely incoherent.
Like, I still haven't seen Civil War, but you didn't like that movie, did you?
Oh, I thought it was rubbish.
Yeah.
If it's saying anything, it's like offensive. What it says. So I just assume it's just like it's not what he's like setting out to, because it doesn't. Like, I think from his perspective, maybe this is like kind of like a Brexit movie, where it's like the old empire that's kind of collapsed in on itself, and now it's just about defending what little we have left, and it's just projecting that idea of inferiority and of that, the insecurity of collapse onto the outside world, and even the fact that the island is patrolled by a coast guard, who prevent you from leaving the island, and so whatever happens, maybe they shoot down the people in the boats that are trying to get off to the mainland. Like, that's the switching of roles, the reversal of the tables there. I feel like that might be a thing maybe in the second movie, if it's touched on again.
Let's get into that ending
then. The ending, the start and the ending. Yeah.
I was waiting. So this movie starts off with like a little boy, Jimmy, in Scotland, and his family get fucking torn apart, and his dad's a priest. And he's like, run, this is the apocalypse, go, whatever. And he gives his son a little cross. And when we then cut to Aaron Taylor Johnson and the kid, I was waiting for Aaron Taylor Johnson to be revealed to have been that boy.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen. And then it was in the back of my mind constantly. And then when Ray Fiennes shows up, I was like, oh, this is it. But I was like, no, this isn't it either. I was like, who the fuck is the kid at the start? And then we get this clip that I thought it was also cool that they said 28 days later. within this movie, where there's a bit of a time skip at the end, and the young lad that we've been following the entire time goes down, like he's chased by like 2 zombies, whatever like that, and a man appears on the rocks with a chain of the cross. I was like, oh, there he is. There's the kid, and he sure has a look to him.
Yeah.
He's got a tracksuit on and big, long, shaggy, blonde hair, and then his gang show up of Power Rangers, essentially.
Yeah, parkour street toughs.
And the movie just, like, again, we've been talking about, like, this intense, gritty, realistic, violent movie. And then it turns into, like, a John Woo action movie, like a Hong Kong kung fu movie, as these, like, Power Rangers beat the shit out of the zombies and like do flips over them and like slice them up and like easily take them out. There's like no sense of danger whatsoever.
Yeah, it's really
like,
weird. It's a big shift.
Especially like, you know, there's like 2 movies before, and like 28 Days Later is also very intense and gritty and realistic, and 28 weeks for the most part is as well. This is a complete tonal shift. The way I actually hurt my neck. Like,
yeah,
whiplash. Jesus.
Yeah, I was very unsure. I'd completely forgotten about the first scene.
Yeah,
I thought the movie was gonna go. I didn't think the movie was ending when kind of Ray Fiennes, you know, euthanizes his mom. I thought, I was like, oh, this is gonna be another like 20 minutes. I was about to get up and go for a piss. I would have missed like whatever, because it was such a weird twist at the end, and that's completely like atonal. Like it's just completely different to the rest of the movie. Yeah, Jimmy Savile run around practicing capoeira on zombies to save the little boy, and it's Jack O'Connell.
It is Jack O'Connell.
Yeah, and yeah, it just makes you ask so many questions. And I was like, who the fuck is that? And then it took me a minute to be like, oh, that must be the guy from the start of the movie. Like, I was so keyed out for some reason. I didn't pick up on anything. I was just there like, oh.
You're too upset after Jodie Foster died.
Yeah, it was very, very emotional. But yeah, so that must be, and I think the reason they've done that is to make it whatever plan they have for the series.
I have fucking no idea where we're going.
I don't know where it's going, but like if they just started the next movie with Jimmy Savile's Power Rangers running around beating up zombies, everyone would be like, this is dog shit, and you'd have walkouts in the first 15 minutes, like everywhere. Like it wouldn't land, because the next movie is being directed by someone else as well, and I think but it's still being written, produced by Boyle and Garland. So whatever they have planned, it's been signed off. It's part of their plan. So it's important that they put it in this movie so that we don't, get confused. Like this is all part of the plan. This is moving in a very certain direction. I just don't know what exactly the direction is.
Yeah.
Something to do with like punk 80s British aesthetics.
I would presume, because I've seen
nostalgia.
A clip of Garland talking about it, and he was asked like, what are the 2 movies about so far? And his answer was, the first movie is about family and the second movie is about evil.
Evil. Okay.
Evil. So I presumed then once, because a lot of people have come to this conclusion as well, that like these Jimmy Savile fucking ragtag Power Rangers are people that do not know the evils that Jimmy Savile committed in real life. This is he never got outed in this world.
Yeah.
Which is a very weird thing to do.
Yeah, that's an even bigger stretch.
That's an even
bigger stretch.
Very strange thing to do in a movie, but it does make complete sense, because if this movie is about the first movie was about Empire and the collapse of Empire, I'm like, oh, the Empire is great and it was great, and like we need to recreate that. And the second movie is about a group of individuals who idolized someone that was a major part of like this like idea of Empire and like how great Britain is. But was actually one of the most fucked up people in history.
He was a pedophile.
Like, did horrible things throughout his years with countless people covering up for him. Like, high executives all throughout the BBC and stuff like that.
Is that confirmed that he's based on Jimmy Savile?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. It's not confirmed, but like it's like his name is Jimmy and he looks like that.
Yeah, true, yeah.
And like he's dressed in the tracksuit and he's got the hair and like everything, and he even goes, I think he says when the kids,
I'll fix it.
I think when the kid like sees him, he says like a line that Jimmy Savile says, like, "Hey, I'm Jimmy," whatever the fuck. He says something like that.
Yeah. That's mad. That'd be an even bigger jump. Yeah.
So like I think that like the next movie will be about like the evils of because when empire does exist, and like how power corrupts, and it will be about like the young boy realizing that this team of Power Rangers, although they're flashy and extravagant and they do all these cool things, they are the ones that carved Jimmy into that van and left him for dead so that he could be eaten by the infected earlier on in this movie. And they clearly are, because straight away I was like, well, these guys are bad guys. Like these guys are not going to be good.
Yeah, he's falling in with the wrong crowd. So very strange end to the movie, but interesting and reassuring that they put it in that movie as well.
Yeah,
because they obviously know where they're going. Cillian Murphy's in the next one as well.
Which I'm like, how
is he getting in? He's going to save.
I'm presuming that these Jimmys are going to kill him.
No, he's the main character in the third one.
Okay, right.
Apparently that's what I read. Like that's like someone said, like it was in the news article reported it. He's in it a little bit the next one, and then he's kind of one of the main characters in the third one.
Interesting.
So they couldn't kill him. Killed by Jimmy Savile after all he's been through. A Jimmy Savile impersonator. I don't know where it could go. It'd be interesting to know. And it's the great thing is it's out in like 4 months.
Yeah. Well, I think the great thing with this ending was it wasn't a fucking post-credit scene.
Yeah,
it was just the ending of the fucking movie.
Yeah, if it was American, they would have gone with a post-credit scene.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you have to wait until the end, and it's like, this is where we're going next. This is where we're going for the next film.
Yeah,
this movie's like, sit here. This is what you're watching, bitch. Now get out.
Yeah, this is the next one. Here's a little taste,
which I appreciate greatly.
Yeah, no, I'm interested, excited for the next one.
100%. Will we go for a quick break?
Yes. And now for our recommended movie of the week. We're going to be talking about, as we mentioned earlier, Nocturama, which is a French movie by Bertrand Bonello. And
I believe it's Bonello.
Bonello, yeah. It's a French movie from 2016. And let me get up another synopsis. So, a group of young revolutionaries hatch a plan to terrorize Paris by planting a number of explosives across the city. To evade the authorities, they then seek refuge in a shopping center. So, this movie is
very French.
Very, very, very French. It's so French. It's a polarizing movie in the sense that it has two poles, the first half and the second half.
Yeah, it's definitely.
And it's also polarizing in the sense that, like, if you look online, it has some people really like it, and most people are like, it's just like, it's not great. It's basically,
yeah.
So no one's saying this movie is dog shit. They're just saying like this is like nothing, or they're saying this is a great kind of insightful, critique of like either like capitalism or like student politics or some other. You can map a lot of what you want onto this movie. For my part, I was not a fan of this movie. I didn't like this movie. I didn't like it, to be honest. I didn't think it was great. I think it's very much a blank slate. I think it came out in 2016, which means it was shot in 2015. And for like, it's very much, I think, an early 2010s kind of edgy, like semi-political, I don't know, thriller kind of
nihilism in this movie, like from the characters.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's
I don't know if it's.
I don't think the movie's nihilistic.
I don't think I was about to say, I don't think the movie's nihilistic, but the characters are nihilistic.
The characters very much are. And like the whole thing is, so they set up the first half of the movie, like the first scenes of the movie is them kind of silently, it's kind of like Elephant, like they're silently walking around Paris or like bombing it around Paris.
Yeah, that's a good pointer.
Yeah, and like you're like, what are they doing? What are they up to? And they're like setting up some kind of terror attack where they've got like Semtex and they've got like, bombs and stuff like that. And they're going to set them off at various locations at like the Ministry of Defense, the statue of Joan of Arc, for some reason. I'm not sure why. I don't know what, like
bank.
And a bank, yeah, and they're going to kill the head of HSBC. And yeah, so like all that is happening, and there's kind of like there's cutting back and forth and flashbacks at like multiple angles of the same kind of sequence, which is a bit confusing, but like you piece it together because it's quite frantic at the beginning, and you're interested in what exactly is going on.
So mysterious at the start. I think the start,
Mm.
I think like the actual starts there when they're getting on the trains and stuff like that. It's like this is so fucking boring. But when they start like
Making
acting out their
moves.
plan, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is like a heist movie. This is like
Some kind of conspiracies going
so
on.
like really well shot. Like the way it's put together, the way it's edited is very, very good.
Yeah. And it is, it's very, very French movie. And obviously set in Paris, and there's like references to the previous revolutions there, like the whatchamacallit, the French Revolution, the July days. There's like a few other ones as well. And they're like harkening back to those with their actions, and kind of like in their own ideological incoherence, finding some kind of brotherhood with previous iterations of revolutionary activity. Whereas like these guys didn't really know what was going to happen either. They didn't know what was going on, but they were regarded as heroes. And the whole the whole kind of purpose, or like their justification for what they're doing, is basically like someone has to do something. So there's no politics really behind anything that they're doing. They're just kind of anarchists that are just blowing up random things for the sake of blowing things up and creating chaos for the sake of creating chaos, like terrorism. Like the definition of terrorism, just create confusion and terror. But speaking to something which is real, which the movie does acknowledge and appreciate, which I think maybe that's as far as movies could go in the 2010s. It's like something's fucked up and something's not right about any of this, but we're not exactly sure what, and no one knows, not even you, know what it is or what's to be done about it, which is still the same today to some extent as well.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely a feeling that, I think that's a feeling that like we've expressed, like something's bound to happen, like something has to change, but this is just like the actions that these characters are taking out, is more or less just a random act of violence.
Yeah.
Maybe with some ideological reasoning behind it from their side, being like, oh, like it's to kickstart something.
Don't know what
it is. To kickstart what, we don't know, but just to change this, everything that's going on, we need to change this, but we don't know how to do that. So maybe this random act of violence will do that.
Kick something off, yeah. Yeah, but it is like the movie is as incoherent as they are. So I suppose in that sense it is successful in like depicting that specific era of like, I don't know, political thought maybe. Because they do all these crazy things, and then for some reason they go, which doesn't make any sense because it is quite realistic. But maybe it's a French thing, I don't know. Like they throw those random like magical realists nearly.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of a plot device.
Like fantasy elements.
Yeah, they all meet up in a shopping centre, and like their plan is to lay over there till everything blows over. A shopping centre in the middle of Paris, which is like the only reason they're doing that is so the movie can make its point.
Metaphor. Yeah.
A metaphor. Yeah. It's like it's like
look at these anarchists sitting in luxury and
a Gucci shop.
Even when they are acting at this violence and they want to watch the world burn or whatever like that, their decision is to stay in a luxurious mall so they can enjoy, the food and the clothes and everything like that.
The nice beds and stuff, yeah. And they're they're having sex, and they're like they want to smoke, but they don't want to they want to set off the alarms, or they're having drinks. They're just kind of being debauched.
Yes.
But like they're open about not having any real commitments to any specific ideology. Like it's just a random act of violence about wanting to bring everything down, but then they're inhabiting whatever it is that they want to destroy, and they're like enjoying the fruits of it. I don't think the film is necessarily saying like, it's not like a gotcha kind of thing. Like, oh, look at these hypocrites.
Yeah.
It's more like they have no idea what's going on.
They're just young people that don't know what to do.
Yeah, and like especially because the ending of the movie. So like they're in the shopping center for a while, and they're like laying low, which is a fucking stupid idea. And like one of them goes out and he's like walking around Paris. With again, stupid idea.
Having smokes with the fucking homeless people.
Inviting
them in.
Inviting people into the shopping center, asking people what they think of the previous day's events. Like they have all the lights on the shopping center for some reason. Like they're doing all this weird, like nonsensical stuff. But yeah, at the end, obviously they get found out because one of the members of their conspiracy went missing at some point. Or one of them they think got killed, but they're not certain. so they think that maybe they've been sold out. They're not too sure. They don't really seem to care all that much. Like they're afraid about it, but like they're not really doing anything. And half of them are just like kind of expressing their own like character. Like there's one guy who starts doing drag and stuff. There's one guy is just like completely focused on kind of like the political elements of it. There's another guy who's like a boyfriend and a girlfriend, and they want to get married, and they're just kind of looking to the future. They're hedging their bets more than anything. But it's not really about politics in any of it. But yeah, they get found out, and the police come in, and they storm the place, and they're all killed. Like they're killed on the spot. Like they put their hands up, or whatever. They're shot. So like there's something in there that the movie is saying, like they had no idea what they were doing. They're just stupid kids. They killed a banker and a few security guards, but I don't think they killed anyone else. And then they kind of surrendered themselves, and they're all like murdered by the security forces, by the state, by the thing that they wanted to destroy. So there was no negotiation, there was no recognition of whatever concerns they might have had. Though obviously they didn't do a very good job of articulating. They just started blowing things up. So like, yeah, I don't know. And like even the use of the shopping center as a setting, like there's a lot of mirrors, there's a lot of mannequins.
A lot of mannequins that are like wearing the same clothes that they're wearing.
And they strip the clothes off the mannequins. They put on new clothes, like unnecessary amount of times. They change outfits. So like inhabiting new characters each time, or whatever. They're able to project thoughts or events onto these blank slates, and see new things in the reflection each time whenever they're not happy with whatever they've been doing for the previous few minutes or few hours or whatever, or as their emotions change over the night. So I don't think it's necessarily that kind of condescending toward the characters, but the movie also has nothing really to say beyond, these guys were unhappy, and maybe they had a point, but we don't know what the point was, and neither do you.
Yep. I think the problem with this movie is it's like it's like, I don't know, it's a very unsatisfactory film, and like I've seen like a lot of stuff being like, oh, it's so good because it makes you question things. It makes you have to ask questions. It's not going to give you the answers or anything like that. Which is like, yeah, that's cool, but it's not so. I don't know. There's a lot of movies that do that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't find it like it made me think about violence and the acts of violence and people having like really no political. There's never a political justification for murder. And no one can ever really justify it, which I don't know. Don't know about that.
Well, times have moved on now. It's 2025.
Yeah, things are getting like
it's a very dated movie.
Yeah, I think
it's like, really dated.
It is like, oh man, the neoliberal world isn't it so bad? It's like now we're on the cusp of fascism, so I don't know about that.
A lot of other stuff going on at the minute now.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe that's part of it. Is that like it is like a movie that's like maybe
it's like an Obama era.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's an Obama era French movie about like
things are way worse now.
Yeah.
Way worse now. That like
way
maybe
worse.
Back then it's like things weren't like things were pretty bad, but not super bad.
Things were bad, but everyone was just kind of like repressed. It was very, very repressed. Now there's more open expression of like this was just after like there's big riots in London, there's big riots in Paris, and like in the US as well. And like that was like an example of what's done in this movie, where it's just completely like pointless, non-ideological violence that does speak to something like an actual, genuine, authentic grievance with what's going on. And everyone knew that the people going crazy or whatever in the streets were like angry for a reason, but they weren't able to articulate it or organize it in a coherent way.
Which is I think that is the power of neoliberalism and capitalism, is the inability to articulate what your grievance is and like point the finger, like this is the problem.
Yeah, because it's very difficult to organize that, and even within the public sphere, there's certain things you cannot say, because if you do, you're just kind of it's like you're fucking Aaron Taylor Johnson on the mainland, and you start singing to yourself. You're gonna start attracting. You start attracting the zombies, saying like that's not going to work. That's going to crash the economy. That's you're crazy. How could you, be against property rights, or how could you be against this policy or whatever? Like, there's certain things you can't say, and it can't be expressed properly because of whatever the media industry, manufacturing consent, all that stuff. But everyone knows that there is a genuine grievance behind all those things. Like that's just like it's a common thing, but you can't really talk about it.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a weird, like, kind of a self-censorship. There's no actual open discourse about any of those things. But it will emerge, and it is emerging. And it nearly makes it worse that we have been able to discuss it properly, because there's never any serious discussion of what the problem is, whereas, and this movie is about 10 years behind, literally 10 years behind on the timeline of how things have developed.
And like, I don't even think like at the time that this came out, like I know that like things have gone way worse now, so like, oh, you can't really like look back on this movie and like, but like, you weren't articulating, with certain perspectives or points or whatever like that. I just don't think that even at that time this was a very helpful movie.
Yeah.
I don't know what, like, I come away being like, I don't know what this movie's trying to say, or if it's like even bothered at saying anything. Like, I think we said beforehand that I was saying to you that Penda's Fen literally grabs you by the balls and says, this is the issue, this is the problem that you're having, and this is like what you should do about it. And instead this movie is like a French person taking a cigarette and puffing in there and like, oh, I don't know, man, whatever you think. It's like, fuck off.
Jamming to Willow Smith. This is a banger.
Oh, yeah, but like consumerism. Wow, great fucking point. Yeah.
It's such a dead end. But everyone, maybe back then it was like more of a, like when Trump came to power around when this was was released.
It is mad though that this movie is like it depicts a terrorist attack.
Oh yeah.
From like I go like it's that thing you're saying about elephant. I was like, ooh, mad. Sorry, what were you saying that when
it's mad that it depicts a terrorist attack because and you're supposed to be sympathetic to some extent with the attackers.
Yeah, because they're the main characters, but they're
the main characters.
So incredibly unlikable.
Yeah, and they're vapid and like they're misguided. They're so French.
They're so French.
But like you're
one
like
of them's ginger.
Fred. It's like, but you're still like, okay, but I can kind of see what they're talking about. I can see that they're niggling at something, which kind of everyone is kind of feeling. But yeah, Trump comes to power, and at the same time this film is released, and like I think as soon as he comes to power, like it's completely obsolete because that's like he's basically a counter revolution to whatever these guys would be.
Yes,
would be standing up. He's like order. He's like things are completely fucked. I'm the guy to come to for order and stability and security.
Yeah.
And like, even the first term was like people went mental about it, but because of his rhetoric, and he was clearly pointing in a certain direction, but nothing crazy really happened. Crazy stuff only really happened the last 5 or 6 years, and now it's like openly okay. Things are not going in a good direction. It's really not good at the minute, and we still kind of haven't maybe moved on from an organizational standpoint from what these lads were doing in the movie. But the movie doesn't like send you in any particular direction. It's just like, yeah, things are pretty bad. But, these kids aren't going to solve any of it. Blowing up or killing the head of the bank, it's not going to solve any of our problems. Well, what should we do? The movie doesn't even say you should go vote in an election or anything. It's just like, oh well, it just shrugs the shoulders.
It's like, well, that's just the system we live in.
They were killed brutally by the state.
I think that, that's it as well. It's like, I hate movies that are like, oh man, we really do live in a society.
Yeah, that's literally what this
it is. Kind of like, it is like that. It's like, yeah, we really do be living in a society, and acts of violence might not be the solution. And yeah, we all contradict ourselves by being revolutionaries, but also craving consumer goods, and
we live inside the belly of the beast. We're Christian Bale inside the dragon. But we want to get rid of the dragons.
It is that fucking meme of it's like, oh, I'm so smart. I critique. I can't remember what it was. But like, you live in a society, you participate in it or something like that. Yeah. It's like, yes,
curious.
Yes, unfortunately, that is how it works.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's yeah, I don't know. I think the first half is pretty good, like the way it's edited and stuff like that. Second half, like just kind of.
It's so
Because the second half is like so about like the like philosophy and political stuff, and it's just.
But it doesn't bring up anything.
It's not saying anything interesting.
It should be about what do they believe in? They believe in nothing. Okay, what does that mean? They just stop at the previous point. Like they don't believe in anything really.
Yeah, this is nihilistic.
Okay,
like whole.
Just you literally turn the movie off about an hour in, or about an hour and 20 minutes in, because like there's nothing else really.
Yeah.
And maybe skip ahead to them being killed. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's the entire movie basically.
Yeah. It's
it's not worth it.
No, it's I wouldn't say it's vapid, but it's kind of vapid.
It is, yeah, it's vapid.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's not saying anything.
It was a terrible recommendation. I apologize to the podcast.
It wasn't. It was a conversation.
It was a conversation.
It was something we could talk about.
Yeah. And what's the solution? We don't know.
We don't know. The solution is to rank this very lowly at the end of the year. It's like, remember that movie?
Yeah,
not
we
really.
need to vote this movie out.
Right, I suppose I need to make a recommendation, but
all right.
Okay, we're gonna watch Being There, Hal Ashby, 1979. A simple-minded gardener named Chance has spent all his life in Washington, D.C. house of an old man. I read that wrong. But anyway, when the man dies, Chance is put out on the street with no knowledge of the world except what he has learned from television.
Sounds interesting.
Sounds interesting.
I'll be there.
I will be there in like 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Wait,
let's do it.
will you be here in 2 weeks' time?
What is? Yeah, I will. Yeah.
You will? Grand, right.
I will.
We will be here in 2 weeks' time.
Yes,
so
I will. I will be there.
Right. Leave it at that. So
cool. All right.
God bless.
Bye.